Will the Arlesdale Railway get its own controller? Yes, we will. Hello, Bert. Good morning, Sir Topham. Don't get excited, that was just a coincidence. Or was it?
Cryptic. I hate that.
Oh no you don't. Out with the old and in with the new.
Maybe you can fake it, but you're never gonna make it. Aren't you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Aren't you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back? Or will you fucking fight back?
Hey guys, what's up? So, well, it looks like the James T-Sauce Theory video that I'm planning isn't the final T-Sauce Theory video for a little while, because that cad from Down Under, Victor Tanzig, he did a Sodor Answers the other day in which he teased that the Fat Controller might be becoming the Arlesdale Railway's new controller. And here I thought Victor was above that cryptic shit.
You had it wrong.
In this video, I'm going to give my theories on how the Fat Controller being the Arlesdale Railway's new controller will work, plus two other candidates which I think could be the Arlesdale Railway's new controller, either in the immediate future or the far future. With all that said and done, let's continue with this video, and we'll start with the elephant in the room, Sir Topham Hatt, better known as the Fat Controller. Now, I can sort of see the Fat Controller being the Arlesdale Railway's controller on a sort of voluntary basis, so sort of similar to how the Tallyclin has volunteers that work on the railway. So maybe the Fat Controller gets recommended to do this by Dr. Simmons as a way of giving him something to do, and then that way it mitigates the risk of him remembering Carden Mental Hospital. So maybe it's more for his own mental well-being rather than him being bored and having nothing to do. Plus, it being on a voluntary basis, he can just turn up whenever he likes and everything like that. He's not subject to any contracts. He's not subject to anything. Literally, he just goes there at his own leisure, and who knows, maybe even he goes and volunteers on the Skarloey Railway, maybe acting as interim controller while Mr. Mannering is indisposed. Either he's ill or he's away on holiday or whatever. Maybe the Fat Controller goes and becomes a temporary controller on both the Arlesdale Railway and the Skarloey Railway. This could also coincide with Britt Allcroft visiting Sodor in the 80s and the 90s, and she sees the Fat Controller volunteering on the Skarloey Railway, and she'd ask him, oh, we're planning on adapting the narrow gauge railway adventures from the Railway series. Can we use your likeness? To which the Fat Controller would obviously say yes. Now, I can see some people saying that it won't make sense because there's the whole logistical side, there's also the finances of the Arlesdale Railway as well and all that. But here's the thing. Maybe he's just the sort of presence on the railway. He's not doing all the admin work. He's not doing any of the financial stuff. Literally, he's just going there, giving the engines orders, and then that's it. And that would be the same if, let's say, he went onto the Skarloey Railway. Literally, all he's doing is giving the engines orders. he's not doing any of the admin work and whatever that comes with running the railway. So, yeah, that's how that would work. So the next person that I can see becoming the Arlesdale Railway's new controller is Nigel Zorro's granddaughter, Rachel. Now, we don't know who Rachel's parents are, so for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to call her Rachel Zorro. At this moment in time, Rachel Zorro is a bit too young to be the Arlesdale Railway's new controller, so honestly, it would have to be later in the timeline. Perhaps, maybe the Fat Controller stops being the controller of the Arlesdale Railway, either through ill health or he's died or whatever, and Rachel Zorro takes his place, following in the grandfather's footsteps. The way that I could see this working is that if the Fat Controller is the Arlesdale Railway's controller in the immediate future, so like maybe in the 70s or whatever, perhaps Rachel is his understudy. Obviously, she can't go to her granddad for advice because he died at the hands of Robert Hall's brother. So, honestly, the Fat Controller is the closest thing to her grandfather in terms of a mentor figure. Maybe in the 90s and the noughties, possibly when Sir Topham dies, he names his successor Rachel Zorro, and then she carries on the Fat Controller's legacy and, by extension, her grandfather's. Maybe it could be her, maybe it can't be, I don't know. But I would definitely see Rachel doing something to honour her grandfather's legacy in some way. And the last person that I reckon might become the Arlesdale Railway's new controller, possibly after the Fat Controller, would be Mr. Percival. Now, this one makes the most sense in my opinion, because being honest, if you look at the television series, like both the model series and the CGI, Mr. Percival actually has experience with running a railway. Now, bear in mind, each Thomas fan series has its own universe, its own canon and everything, so it's entirely possible that this version of Mr. Percival is slightly younger, so I would say not as old as the Fat Controller, but a lot older than Rachel Zorro, so I would say between like 30 and 40. So it makes sense in the immediate future why he would be the Arlesdale Railway's controller, especially if he was working for British Railways. So it would kind of make sense because at least then he'd have his credentials. And I don't know what his first name would be. Like any other time, we know him as Mr. Percival. It might be that his first name is something like, I don't know, Cecil or Desmond. To be honest, Cecil Percival actually has a nice ring to it. But that's by the by. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. The Fat Controller may be the Arlesdale Railway's new controller, or it might be Rachel, Mr. Percival. I don't know. Until Victor Tanzig gets round to it, we don't know. And to be honest, there's a lot of things that are going to be happening in Season 8, which also includes Thomas coming back. But honestly, I'm sort of cautiously optimistic about Season 8. And much like last time, go and check out the Nostalgic Multiverse if you want to see reviews of or reactions to the Stories of Sodor Season 8. But until then, like, share and subscribe. I'm going to be really busy with the project that I'm working on in the foreseeable future. But yeah, other than that, I'll catch you on the flip side.